Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Welcome to beginner class number 6, where we are going to be diving deeper into our Pilates work. We're going to be challenging unilateral sides of our body today, as well as our core stability. So we do need our Pilates box and our Pilates ball for today's flow. If you don't have a ball, the whole workout can be done without the ball. My foot bar is up, ready to go. My springs are set on 2 reds, 1 blue. That's 2 heavies and 1 medium. My straps are connected, and once you're ready, I'll meet you on the Reformer. All right, have your Pilates ball ready. Headrest starts down. Once you're ready, we're gonna go ahead, bring our feet to the platform. We're gonna just warm up our spines with a little bridging to start. So ball's gonna come in between your inner thighs. Feet are pressing on to the platform. Abs are pulled in, airplane seatbelt, pulling tightly across your hip bones. Arms are reaching long. You're gonna take a big deep inhale to prepare. On that exhale, I want you to tilt that pelvis towards your nose, squeeze that ball if you have it in between your legs. You're gonna slowly articulate yourself up while you're squeezing that ball, grounding those heels into the platform underneath you, stretching those hips high, sending those shoulders back, trying to find that plumb line from your knees to your waist and your waist to your shoulders. Take an inhale here. Exhale, slowly articulate it down, bone by bone, pushing each vertebrae into that carriage mat. Just warming up the spine here. Take your time. Just engaging through your midline here, activating the pelvic floor, squeezing the ball as you tuck that pelvis. Slowly articulate yourself up, finding that movement in the spine. Keeping those abs and ribs connected as you extend high. Exhale, roll it down. We're going to go for 2 more just like this. We're going to tuck the pelvis, slowly roll it up, bone by bone. Find that length at the top, squeeze the glutes. Trying to keep that carriage as quiet as possible. Finding that neutral spine. 1 more here, tucking that pelvis, rolling yourself up. Taking an inhale and rolling it down. When your bottom comes to that neutral position, hold it there. Carriage closes, ball comes out, heels come onto the bar. Headrest can be up or down, any way you choose. I am taking the ball. I'm gonna place it under my left knee. So now my right heel is the only one that's on the bar. I'm squeezing my calf towards my thigh. I'm trying to keep my knee over my hip with my neutral spine engaged. Be mindful, if you want to use imprint, keep the knee closer, protect that lower back. Abs are pulled in, toes are towards your nose. Take an inhale, exhale, extend the carriage out, and resist it in. So finding that length in your body every time you extend that leg out. Keeping those abs and ribs pulled in, trying to keep that heel squeezing towards the glute, activating that stable side of your body. Minimizing the rocking between the hips. Keeping that core engaged, and that ball engagement should help stabilize through your core as you're pressing out and resisting that carriage home. We're going to go for 3 more here. On this next one, when you come in, I want you to drop in halfway. Just little pulses up and down, getting a little deeper into the belly of that muscle. Slowly press it up an inch and down an inch. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out and let's bring it all the way in. Go ahead, slide down to the ball of that foot. So that ball of the foot of your right foot is on that foot bar. Your heel is being lifted to a heel that you can maintain without dropping it. Knee is over that chest, over that waist. Abs are pulled in. Take an inhale, exhale, extend that carriage away, resist it in. Now be mindful, if the weight of this carriage is too heavy, feel free to drop down to 2 reds. Listen to your body. Pressing that carriage out, resisting it in. Stabilizing through the core, squeezing that heel to the glute. We're going for 4, 3, 2. Last one, when you extend yourself out, you're going to drop in halfway. We have those little itty pulses up and down, working deeper into the belly of that muscle. Up an inch, down an inch. The smaller you make them, the mightier they become. Try not to use the momentum at the end of the push. Last 2. Now this is the hard part. Push yourself all the way out and resist yourself in. Take that ball out for a second. Place that left foot on to the bar. Both heels are now coming on the bar. Hold that ball in your hand, just double leg press here, resist it in. Just resetting yourself before we go over to the other side. We're gonna go for 4 more. On this next one, drop it down halfway. Little pulses up and down, control the motion. Try not to use the bounce at the end of the close. Push equally between both sides of the body. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out. Bring it all the way in. Left heel is going to stay on, right leg is coming to tabletop. Ball is coming underneath the knee of the right leg. Heel is engaged, abs are pulled in, shoulders back and down. Inhale to prepare, exhale, extend the carriage out, resist it in. Be mindful, you can be imprinted or neutral spine. Listen to your body. Squeezing that heel towards the glute. Everything's engaged. Think about the muscle that you're using. Squeezing that knee towards the quad as you extend yourself out. We got 4 more. Then we're going to drop down for those pulses. On this last one, you're going to come in halfway. Little pulses here, up and down. Control it. Try not to use the momentum at the end of the movement. Working deeper into the belly of the muscle. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend it all the way out. Let's bring it all the way home. We're going to slide down to the ball of the foot. All 10 toes picking up real estate. Heel is lifted. Abs pulled in. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend the carriage out. Resist it in. Using that breath, each side of your body does feel different, at least to me. Our goal is to make our bodies equally strong on both sides. We have 4 more. On this next one, you're going to drop down halfway. These are where those little pulses come in. You want to keep that heel lifted if you can. Maintain it. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out. And let's bring it all the way in. We're going to take that ball out between the right leg. Ball is coming back into our hands. All 10 toes are now picking up real estate on the middle of the foot bar. Heels are lifted. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend the carriage out. Hold yourself there. Now drop both heels underneath for a tendon stretch. Come up on those toes and bend those knees. Again, push yourself out. Drop the heels. Lift the heels. Resist the carriage home. Continue that motion. Ball is just in our hands right now, not doing much, just holding it here. We have 3 more. One more here. When you come up on those toes, go ahead, bend your knees. Heels are coming back to the foot bar. Both legs are on the foot bar. Reach behind you, drop your headrest if it's up. Ball is coming back in between your inner thighs. You have the choice to keep your feet on the foot bar. If you have a tendency to cramp, by all means, come back down to the platform. We are going to stay with our stable spine, so we're coming into that hinge bridge. Arms are reaching by your sides, abs are pulled in. Take a big, deep inhale to prepare. On that exhale, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the ball, lift the hips to the clouds. Now, as that ball is squeezing in between your legs, I want you to rock your right hip towards the right. Now, bring it back to the center, rock it towards the left. So you're shimmying your hips to the center, to the right, to the center, to the left, rocking from side to side, keeping those abs in, using those abs as you tilt that pelvis from the right to the left. Try to keep the knees quiet as best you can. Squeeze that ball. We have 2 more. 1 more to the right. 1 more to the left. Come back to center, lift those hips if they fell. From here, drop the hips, touch the mat, squeeze and lift. We have 8 here. Squeeze and lift. Keep that ab-rib connection as you drop the hips. We got 4, 3, 2, hold it up this last one, hold it up, just squeeze the ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge the hips down, take the ball out, bring your knees to the chest, and take a moment here, just carefully rock it out. All right, we are carefully going to come up, make a spring change. So once you're ready, we're going to press our feet onto the foot bar. We're going to start practicing our roll-ups. So with this ball in your hand, I want you to press your feet all the way out. Your legs are now straight. You can have your heels on, you can have the balls of your feet. You're going to use this carriage for a little momentum. So you're going to bring your arms up towards the clouds. You're going to tuck your chin towards your chest. Your legs stay straight. As you curl yourself up, you're going to use the carriage with your legs straight. You're going to curl yourself all the way up. And then I want you to come in for a forward spine stretch, reach towards the foot bar, and then slowly bend your knees in. Excellent job. All right, we are going to be making a spring change here. So I am taking off that blue spring, just coming down to 2 red springs. Once you're down to those 2 red springs, I am going to come onto my side. I'm going to lay on my left side. Ball is coming over onto your headrest. Now, I want you to move your bottom back towards the edge of the carriage mat. Your bottom leg is folded in and your top leg is onto the edge of the foot bar. I'm gonna have all your toes off of the edge of the foot bar, so you're just pushing through your heel. Abs are pulled in, obliques are lifted up. You have this space underneath your lower obliques, not resting on the carriage. When you're ready, an inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're gonna extend yourself out. Watch that your hips not opening out to the side. So adjust yourself. Once you feel settled, bend the carriage in. I like to push myself out first just to get myself aligned, and then I'll continue doing the work. So what you're being mindful here is that your obliques are not dumping into the carriage underneath you. You're staying strong in your side body. You're sending this glute, pushing through that heel, coming all the way in for that deep hip flexor and pushing away, really working into that glute. You're also trying not to rock open. We're gonna go for 4 more. For 2. 1 more here. We're gonna come in halfway for those pulses. Little pulses here, getting a little bit deeper into that glute. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push it all the way out. Let's bring it all the way in. We're gonna slide to the ball of the foot. Heel is staying lifted. Bottom oblique up off the carriage mat. When you're ready, push the carriage out, resist it in. So knee is staying tracked with the hip. You're not dropping this knee as you come in. You're trying to keep it in line with that foot bar. Obliques are still up, staying strong into that side body. We're going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come in halfway, little pulses here, working into the belly of that muscle. Breathe it out, keep those obliques lifted up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out. Bring that knee all the way in, and you can place that knee on down. Go ahead, hit that hip, and we are going to carefully come up off this side, and we are going to rotate around to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. So really getting into our unilateral work today. Ball is coming down, head is coming onto the ball. My left leg is on the foot bar, my right leg is tucked. I'm back towards the edge of the mat. My hips are close to the wall in front of me. Heel is on that bar, toes are off the front of the foot bar. You're gonna engage yourself, extend yourself out. You wanna keep that hip close to the wall in front of you, bend at the knee, press it out. So really feeling that glute as you bend and press, resist it as you come in. Remember, don't let those springs just bring you home. You want to use those muscles to fight the resistance. We have 4 more. Come in halfway, little pulses. Are your obliques still lifted up? I caught mine resting down, so just a gentle reminder, keep those obliques lifted. For 4, 3, 2, last 1. Go ahead, push it all the way out. Resist it all the way in. We're gonna go ahead, slide to the ball of the foot. All 5 toes are on that bar, heel is lifted. Obliques are pulled in. When you're ready, extend the carriage out, resist it in. So be mindful that your knee is not dropping down. It's staying at hip height. Your hips are also staying close to the wall as you find that full extension and resist it in. We have 4 more full leg presses, and then we're going to go for those pulses. For 3, 2, 1, drop it in halfway, little pulses, inch up, inch down. Control the movement, try not to use the momentum. We have 4, 3, 2, last one, extend it all the way out and bring it in. Go ahead, place that knee on down, tap that glute if you need to. And then we are going to take that ball out from underneath our head. Carefully, we are just going to come up to a sitting position. We are now going to be popping off 1 red spring. So we are now down to 1 red spring only. We are going to go ahead, lie ourselves down. Headrest can come up if you choose. Ball is coming in between the inner thighs. We are going to reach back and just grab 1 strap only. So I'm going to grab my left strap. Right arm is going to rest by my sides. Knees are with that ball in between us. Once you drop those shoulders down, draw those abdominals in. We're going to float those legs to tabletop. Unstrapped hand supporting your body, squeezing that ball together. We're coming for a straight arm press. Resist it up. So what you're being mindful of is that you're stabilizing through your core. Your inner thighs are engaged, helping you keep your body stable as that arm moves up and down. Now, choice for the other arm, you can keep it by your side. You can reduce your point of contact and raise it up to the clouds. You choose where you want to be today. Exhale the arm down, inhale it up. Last 2. Last 1. When that arm is down by your sides, hold it there. Tuck the elbow into the waistline. Arm can stay up to the clouds or come down by your sides. We're going to come for a tricep press. Resist it back. Squeezing that ball. Abs are still pulled in. Remember, you can bring your knees closer to support that lower back if you need to be into that imprinted spine. Last 2. 1 more here. When that arm is long, hold it there. We're going to bring the arm out to a T, float it up to the clouds, drop it down. Arm out to a T, float it up and down. 2 more in this direction. When the arm comes out to the T, hold it there. Sweep it towards your body. Lift it up to the clouds. Bring it out to the side, so reversing. Really stabilize with that other arm. If you need help, squeeze that ball a little bit more. Stabilize through the core. 1 more here. Excellent job. When that arm comes up, go ahead, find the foot bar. Hang that strap up. Take that ball out for a moment. Drop your knees from side to side. Give yourself a spine twist before we go over to the other side. All right, let's take that ball coming back in between the knees. I'm now grabbing my right strap. Choice between the long loop or the short loop. Left arm's reaching by my sides, squeezing that ball, finding my legs in tabletop. Starting with straight arm press or straight arm extension. Extend the arm down, resist it up. So remember, you can be in that neutral spine with those abs engaged. You can be protecting that lower back. Arm can be up, arm can be down. We're gonna go for 2 more, then we're gonna add that tricep. Next time the arm comes by your side, that's where we're gonna hold it, tuck the elbow in, bend at the elbow, extend. You can always cross your legs if you need to. We're just using tabletop and core stability here. We have 3 more. For 2. 1 more, arm is straight. We're coming out to the side, up to the clouds, and down. 3 more, out to the side, up, and down. One more. When your arm comes out to the side, that's where you're gonna hold it. Now you're gonna sweep it towards your body, float it up and out. Sweep it towards your body, up and out. 2 more, push through, use that breath. 1 more here. When the arm comes to the sides, float it up. Bring your feet to the foot bar. Drop your knees from side to side. Excellent job. Let's go ahead, hang that strap up. And then we are gonna take our feet, we're gonna press out on our foot bar. Our ball is coming up to the clouds. We're gonna work on those roll-ups. Drop that chin towards your chest, drop those shoulders down. Take a big, deep inhale to prepare. Tuck the chin, exhale, roll yourself up. Draw those abdominals in, push through those legs as you roll yourself up nice and tall. Go ahead, bend those knees. And we are going to be coming off our carriage, and we are going to be adding all of our springs on. So go ahead, place all of your springs on. And then we are going to be grabbing our short box. Our short box is coming to the carriage. So mine goes over the shoulder blocks, yours may not. And then you are going to find your safety strap. Once you have that safety strap, you're gonna go ahead, sit down on the box. On your box, I do have a sticky pad underneath my box. My feet are going into the strap. Now I have a soft bend in my knees. My heels are pressing on to that platform. Abs are pulled in, straight spine. Ball is coming towards your chest. You're gonna draw those abdominals in. You're gonna articulate yourself back. Shoulders stay wide, and then as you articulate yourself back, you're gonna let yourself come down to a point of return where you can hold. Now from here, I want you to reach the ball out long, pull the ball back in, take an inhale, and articulate yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time, stacking those abdominals over those hips and straightening that spine. Let's go again. Tuck, articulate, and roll yourself back. Roll yourself, keep those shoulders away from the ears to a position you can hold. We're going to extend the ball 2 times this time. Extend, pull it in, extend, pull it in. As you pull it in, squeeze the ball, draw those abs in, come up and over that waistline, straighten the spine, and stack it up. Let's go for 3 more. So that means we're gonna have 5 total by the time we're done. We're gonna articulate ourselves back. Watch those shoulders. Come, maybe you're going down just a little bit further. We're gonna extend the ball for 3, 2, and 1. Pull it in, draw those abs in, roll yourself on up. Come up over those hips and stack the spine. 2 more. Here we go. Articulate it down. Watch those shoulders. Keep them away. Take your gaze. Relax the shoulders. We got 4. Squeeze. Pull it in. Press it away. Press away. Pull it in. 1 more. Pull it in. Squeeze the ball. And slowly roll yourself on up over those hips. stack the spine. Last set. Squeeze the ball. Articulate yourself down. Position you can hold. Here we go. We got push and pull for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it in. Squeeze the ball. Round yourself up and over that ball in that waistline. Come back over the hips. Stack the spine. Great job. Now, we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to relax those shoulders. I'm holding this ball again at the chest. Elbows are coming wide. I am going to rotate my waist towards the left. My hips are still shining in front of me. Squeeze it to the center. Rotate towards the right. Squeeze it to center. So just rotating the waist around the spine. We're going to go for 2 more to each side. When you come back to center, hold it there. Now I want you to rotate towards the left. As you rotate towards the left, I want you to lean towards the left as you drop your hip. Bring it back up to center. Come, rotate to the center. Rotate to the right. I want you to lean towards the right. The left hip will come up. Come back onto the bum and rotate to the center. So you're leaning over the box and pulling it in, coming to center. Rotate, lean, lift the hip, pull it back up, bring it to center. Rotate, lean, pull it back to center, and rotate. 1 more to each side. You're going to lean. You're going to bring it back in. Rotate to center. Last one. Lean, bring it back in, and rotate to center. Go ahead, relax those shoulders. You can take that strap off of your feet, place it down. We are coming to taking all of our springs off except 1 blue spring only. So just leaving that 1 blue spring. Ball is staying with us, reaching down, grabbing that left strap only. Ball is in the hand that is not strapped, and left hand is my strapped hand here. When you're ready, shoulders are coming back and down. Elbows are pointing towards the back, abs and ribs are connected. We're coming in for served tray, so we're going to extend the arms out and pull it in. So ball is just keeping you guided, trying to move both arms at the same time, at the same pace. Squeeze that back body, keep those shoulders down, draw those abs in, try not to pop. You always have the option of the long loop. We're going for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring those elbows in. You're going to flip your palms. Elbows are now coming wide. You have the choice to use the long loop or the short loop. From here, we're going to extend the unstrapped arm out. You're going to pull the ball in. You're going to rotate as you extend the strapped hand out. Pull the strapped hand in, extend the ball out, rotate. So switch and press. So single arm press or single chest press with rotation. Last 2, keep those shoulders down. 1 more here. Bring it back to center, and you can carefully hang that strap up. Let's go ahead, do the same thing on the other side, taking the ball to my left hand. Right hand now has the strap. Starting with my palm facing up, ball is by my side. tracking the strapped hand. Abs, ribs connected, extend it out, pull it in. Try not to let the chest pop, squeezing that back body as those arms come back. We have 3 more. For 2. 1 more here. Bring those arms in. All right, ball comes out, palm is faced up. You can have a punch or your fingers can be flat, your choice. You're gonna extend, rotate, extend the opposite hand, chest press. Bring it back, rotate. You're thinking about your hips being glued in to that box underneath you, rotating that waist around the spine, just like we did before. But now it's weighted. Last 3. For 2. And 1. Excellent job. Let's go ahead, hang that strap up. We are reaching down, coming to that taking that blue spring off, adding a red spring here. Once you have that red spring on, we are gonna come onto our knees. Elbows are coming to the box. Ball is coming in between our knees here, and our feet are coming towards the platform. Elbows are coming onto the box, coming into a planking segment. We're gonna start with those glorious knee hovers, so go ahead, tuck those toes onto the platform, squeeze the ball. Draw the abs in, shoulders down. When you're ready, we're gonna squeeze the ball, we're gonna lift, we're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop them down. We're gonna lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have 4 more. Lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop them down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop them down. Last set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop them down. Great job. We are now gonna hold it for 5 seconds, push the carriage out, come back in and hold it for 5 seconds, push the carriage out. We're gonna do 5 sets of that, and then we're done with our planks. So when you're ready, hold the knees, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the carriage out, squeeze that ball. Now bring it in, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it out, squeeze the ball, drop the shoulders, bring it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it out, squeeze the ball, bring it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more sets. Extend it out, squeeze that ball, bring it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. Extend it out, squeeze the ball, bring it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Go ahead, sit your hips back and relax those shoulders. All right, that ball is gonna come out. We are now gonna take that box. We're staying on that 1 red spring. That ball can just be tucked away. We're gonna take that box. We're coming to a long box. And then from here, we're gonna lie on to this box on our belly. Once we are on our belly, we want the box, the edge of the box to be at the top of our rib cage. So right underneath the breastbone. Shoulders are coming back. Elbows are dropping towards the floor. Now from here, all 5 fingers are on the same side of the foot bar. Your neck is in neutral, so gaze over your nose, looking down. Pelvis is slightly pushing into that box. Straight arm press, you're gonna push the carriage away. resist it in. Try to bring your elbows down to 90 degrees towards the floor as best as possible. Pressing and pulling yourself in. So you're pushing away, you're pulling it in. How slow can you pull those springs in? Squeezing that body long. We got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Next time you come in, come all the way in. Just relax for a moment. One hand, I don't care which one, left or right, can come to the platform, come in front of the box, come behind the box. Also be mindful if this one red spring is too much, drop down to a blue spring. When you're ready, shoulders are back and down. Go ahead, push yourself out. Now you're trying to minimize the movement and trying your body to shift to one side. So if you feel like you really have to push through and you feel your alignment going off, drop your weight. Elbows still coming straight down to the floor as best as possible. We got 4 more. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. Let's switch sides. Left hand is now coming on, right hand coming behind my back, in front of the box, whatever works. Elbow down towards the floor. Push that pelvis in, push yourself out. Resist yourself in. Really still reaching long out of that back body. Toes can be pointed. You're trying to push that pelvis in, reaching those legs long out of the hip. They are active. Everything in your body is active. We have 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. And go ahead, carefully place your head down for a moment. And then you can go ahead, take your feet, bring them onto the floor, and carefully come up off of that box. All right, we are done with that box. Go ahead, take that box, put it down on the floor. We are staying on that one red spring. Headrest can come up. Make sure that your straps are on their loops. We are gonna go ahead, we're gonna reach behind us, grab your ball. Once you have your ball, reach for your right strap or your left strap, does not matter. Put it on that foot, so long loop is going on the arch. Unstrapped foot, ball is coming in between the knee, just like where we started. So leg is staying in tabletop, strap leg is coming up to the clouds. When you're ready, straight leg, lower lift, drop it down, resist it up. So again, really working on each side of our body separate today, feeling our weaknesses and strengths between our body sides. We're gonna go for 4 more. When that foot comes to 45 degrees, hold it there. We wanna bend the knee in towards the chest, push it away. So single leg, bend and press. Really reach out of the hip socket, squeeze that heel towards that glute in that other leg. It's not just there resting in space, it's active and pressing the heel towards the glute. We have 4 more. Next time that leg comes long, hold it there. We're gonna come for 4 circles with our legs. So you're coming up and around, out, stabilize with your hand as your arm comes out, leg comes out and around. So we have 4 in whichever direction you're doing. Stabilize through the core as the leg comes out to the side just like you had to with the arm. Maybe not make the circle so big. Next time the leg comes towards the clouds, hold it. You're going to press it straight down towards the foot bar, come out and around. Last two. One more here. Go ahead, take that ball out from underneath that knee. Bring that foot to the foot bar. I want you to go ahead, just pull on that strap, maybe flex that toe, point and flex that foot. And then you can bend that knee in, take that strap off. We're gonna hang that strap up behind us. We're gonna grab the other strap here. Right leg is coming in to that long loop. I don't know why I just put it in the short loop. And ball is coming out from going in behind my knee. Leg comes up to the cloud. Go ahead, straight leg, lower lift. Again, heel is really active towards that glute. Last one, when the leg comes to 45 degrees, you're gonna go ahead, bend and press. So pull it in, push it away, squeeze, stabilize with that leg and tabletop. Connect to the core. We have two more. Next time the leg is long, hold it there. You're gonna float it up to the clouds. Bring it out and around. Be mindful, don't bring it out too big at first. Last two. Next time that leg comes long, hold it there. We're gonna float it up to the clouds. Come out and around for your circles. We're doing 4 in each direction. Be mindful when you bring it out to the side. Stabilize through that core. Next time the foot comes up to the clouds, you're gonna reverse that direction. So opposite of what you just did. So bring it, for me, that's down, out, and around. Three, two, and one more. When that leg comes up to the clouds, go ahead, take that ball out from that tabletop leg, bring it to the foot bar. Go ahead, pull that strap a little bit closer to your nose, flex and point that foot. And then you can carefully take that strap off. We're gonna do our last final roll up, so go ahead, extend your legs long, arms are reaching up, tuck the chin towards the chest. Take a big deep inhale. On your exhale, begin to roll yourself up, straighten those legs. Go ahead, forward stretch in to a forward spine stretch. You can carefully bend the knees. You can place the ball down. You can hold on to the outsides of the knees and come into a monkey stretch if that works for you. Straighten the legs. And then you'll bend the knees in. Arms are on the outsides of the knees. Push yourself out and in. Let's do one more here. When you're ready, bend those knees all the way in. and you can carefully come to the side of your reformer. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you really enjoyed this unilateral variation of a beginner flow. And like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, I'll meet you on the reformer. Bye.